They say the best mods are free, and since I bought this truck, which is my 26 Warlock here, I'm trying to think of some free mods that I could do. And I noticed this in a parking lot one day, and I've actually brought you to a parking lot here so I can show you what I'm looking at. If you come down below the front steel bumper here, there's this wind valance skirt thing. It's like a pretty rigid, hard plastic. And the Warlock has this, but the Rebel does not. And I thought to myself, well, if you were to remove this, which, I mean, this is a couple inches at least visually it would give the sort of effect that the truck, from at least from the front angle, is sitting higher than it actually is, because you would see more of the tire tread and the underbody of the truck. And so I peeked my head in there one day, and it looks like there's a bunch of fasteners that are holding it in. And so I'm thinking the first mod is remove this and see how it looks from the front. What you're seeing is the before, and if you have a Warlock, yours is going to look just like this. And then I'll bring it into the garage. I'll show you the tools you'll need to remove it. We'll get it removed, and then we'll compare it afterwards. I think the only disadvantage is maybe you're going to have a small reduction in fuel economy. But if you bought the Warlock to begin with these big 33-inch tires, or big at least, you know, from the factory, with the aggressive tread pattern and a 1-inch lift, you're probably not worried about fuel economy. And I don't think this is going to make much of a difference. Maybe a tenth of a mile per gallon. So let's give it a shot and see what it looks like after. All right, back in the garage, and as you can see, we have our lower wind skirt there. I'm going to get under the truck, and I'm going to determine what size the heads of those screws are and let you know what tools you'll need to remove it. Should hopefully not be too difficult of a job, but we'll see. I'm underside the truck, and you'll see on the back side of this wind skirt, there are two different types of screws. We have these, which look like T-heads, and then we have these, which, if I can get my camera up there, you could see they have a lock nut on the top. And I believe those are the ones that we're going to need to remove. And so 10 millimeter feels to be close enough. It does feel a little loose. I tried a 9 and it doesn't fit. I tried an 11 millimeter and it doesn't fit. I tried a 3/8, 7/16. So the 10, I think, is what I'm going with. I'm going to try to remove basically these first and see if that's enough to take it off. And we're going to obviously go all the way around the backside. So space is obviously limited, but as you can see here, I am removing each nut one by one. The good thing is that once you crack them loose, they can be loosened the remainder of the way by hand. There's very little resistance, which is a plus. All the lock nuts are off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lock nuts on the underside of this wind skirt. And you can see it's hanging low. I'm going to set up the camera, pull it off, and see how it looks. Should just fall right out. Let me get under there and see what the holdup is. Okay. I'm going to show you guys this once I get this off, because this is something I missed when I was initially Guys, I think I'm onto something here. That looks unreal. We're gonna pull the truck back to the same parking lot that we did the initial video on. And, you know, I'll show you this side by side, but wow. This is the skirt. And there's one more thing you guys should know. There's these two plastic safety push pins, and those sit on either side right there. And so when you saw me kind of initially struggling to get that lower skirt out, those are the two things remaining that were hanging me up. Once that's out, or once you get the, you know, beyond those, it just came straight out. The other good thing is that these lock nuts, once you get them loose, they thread off really easily. It's not a fight till the end, which also makes it helpful. And then on the underside, you're going to see there's just holes where that was sitting. But this is the steel bumper. You zoom this out a little bit. So that's how that looks after. I can't wait to get this to the parking lot and see what it looks like side by side. But wow, I could already tell. Looks so much more aggressive. You can actually see some tires on the front now. Yeah, let's get it to the parking lot and check it out. Well, I don't know about you guys, but to me this looks 1,000 times better. And the best part is it was a completely free mod that took 6 minutes of garage time. To me now it looks more like the Rebel without the lower windskirt. I know the Rebel, the sides of the front bumper go up, but obviously the advantage is that you can now see more of the off-road tires from the front of the truck, which gives it that illusion that the truck is sitting higher up. And secondly, with that lower windskirt, it makes the front bumper look lower than the side profile or the rear of the truck. Now, when you look at the bottom of the front bumper compared to the side of the truck, it's all uniform. Obviously, every mod is going to have its pros and cons. The cons are you might get 0.1 miles per gallon worse, and you're going to be less aerodynamic, obviously, on the highway. And probably the only other con would be if for whatever reason you were off-roading, perhaps that plastic skirt would protect the truck potentially, depending on your approach angle and how luck serves you, I guess. But overall, this looks really good. I'm happy with this. I think I'm going to keep it off and rock it like this. Let me know what you guys think. This may not be for everybody. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you like it. But if you do, as you can see in my video, it took just a few minutes to get done. And again, the best part is it's free. Thanks for watching.